Hello and welcome to your advanced hypnosis session from hypnosisdownloads.com. You'll get the best results from your download by giving it your full attention. Please do not listen to it when you need to maintain concentration, such as when driving.
Hello and welcome to your Stop Self-Sabotage Hypnosis download from hypnosisdownloads.com. My name is Mark Tyrrell and I'm a Director of Uncommon Knowledge. Throughout this wonderful relaxation, you need to be sitting or lying down someplace relaxed and comfortable. Before you close your eyes and begin to relax wonderfully deeply, I'm just going to consider some aspects of self-sabotage. Firstly, nobody, no, not even you, nobody sabotages everything. There are at least some things you do which are unquestionably in your own best interests. Whether it's wearing a seatbelt in a car, or just tying your shoelaces properly. My point is that I want you to think right now about the specific areas of your life you feel you may have been sabotaging. Are we talking relationships here? Are we talking career or something else? Think now about the areas in your life where you have perhaps been unconsciously sabotaging. Self-sabotage really means falling at the last fence before success, or at least a good chance of success, can truly be achieved. There is usually an intention behind this behavior. It's not just a matter of miscalculation or bad luck or lack of foresight. You may have heard the tale of the monkey who found a glass jar fortuitously lying under a tree containing delicious-looking nuts. And of course, he at once put his paw into the glass jar to get the nuts. But, oh woe, he found that if he clenched his fist around the nut in the jar, he couldn't get his paw out. Only by letting go of the nut could he straighten his paw and escape the hunter's clever trap. But he was too greedy for the nuts to let go, so he was caught. On the face of it, this looks like self-sabotage, but is it? Only if unconsciously the monkey really wanted to be caught by the hunter, which is not very likely. If, on the other paw, he simply didn't have the brains to connect letting go with escaping, then it was simply miscalculation. So, why would anyone self-sabotage, and how might they do it? There are all kinds of reasons. For example, fear of success. If you're successful, which may mean anything from getting a promotion or selling your services in some other way, or having a stable and loving relationship, then you may feel you will have more to lose. The higher you go, the further you have to fall. Unless, of course, you have a good, strong safety harness. So sabotaging your success protects you from potentially falling. And there's many ways to do it. A man I worked with would work long and diligently on a work project, only to slow right down just before it was due, to such a point that it wouldn't even be considered or read by the department manager. In this way, he was attempting to protect himself from the threat of rejection. If it wasn't handed in, it couldn't be rejected or ridiculed. A woman I knew routinely sabotaged her relationships whenever they looked like they might work out well. She would stop calling or returning calls and would even start to offend her partner and drive him away. This behavior protected her from the danger of experiencing a relationship breakdown. As we can see, many of these self-sabotage behaviors are an attempt to deal with anxiety. And what people, and maybe you too, need to do is to start relaxing with the idea of success and the possibility of rejection. Sounds strange, doesn't it, to relax with rejection? But as the great Victorian explorer Sir Richard Burton said, "Go do what thy manhood bids thee do. From none but self expect applause." Really successful people are not overly concerned about the approval of others. They seek their own approval. If you know you've done what you set out to do, that is what matters. Self-sabotage can manifest in passivity, listlessness, or indecision at times when action and decisiveness are needed. And you know it. Another common manifestation is looking for spurious reasons why something just isn't worth doing, when this is clearly in defiance of logic. Why do people fall into these patterns of behavior? It could be because someone way back in your past repeatedly brainwashed you with false and negative views of yourself, until they came to seem completely true to you. Now you can forget about puffing yourself up or putting your head over the parapet, because I really want you to start thinking about you nourishing and protecting your projects and relationships, as if you were merely a conscientious gardener tending and nurturing them. Did you know that a major key to success is the ability to remove yourself from too close an association with your project? It's not about you, it's about the project you're working on. Just give it life and let it run. All you do is support it and encourage it where possible. Plant the seed, put down the compost, pull out the weeds, water when necessary, and let nature do the rest. Strange as it is to say, stop taking so much responsibility for your achievements. Now, you can just close your eyes. That's good. And just really begin to notice that somehow, as I continue to speak, and even during the pauses, you can start to and continue to relax deeper all the while. And as you rest and relax, and in your mind, you can just get the sense of a beautiful color. And it can be any color at all. It really doesn't matter. And whatever the color is, or even if it keeps changing from one moment to the next, just get the sense in your mind of starting to merge or step into that color of rest and peace. That's it. And as you do that, you can just relax even more serenely, getting the sense of that color drifting about you, allowing you to rest and relax deeper and more completely. And in your mind, you can just get the sense right now of any old tensions in your body starting to lift and drift like a grey mist just flowing out from your arms, leaving them so clear and comfortable from the tips of your fingers to your shoulders. That's good. And in a few moments, just notice those old tensions as they drift away from the legs, leaving them feeling so clear and relaxed in such a wonderful way. Notice the thighs just starting to be awash with deep, calm, and comfort. Good. And notice the muscles in the backs of the legs resting and relaxing, and the fibers of the calf muscles resting and relaxing. That's it. and the knees and the shins, all resting and relaxing so deeply. That's good. And notice tension, almost seeing it now in your mind as a mist, just leaving the muscles of your torso and your neck and shoulders. And notice the relaxation sweep into these areas, soothing and bringing deep rest. And the soles of your feet can have just an intense sense of calm and comfort right now. That's good. And just get that sense of deep calm and rest. That's it. All about you. Now, it's important to know that when you are working towards something that will benefit you, it will also inevitably have ripple effects and benefit those around you. And people sometimes seem to take too much responsibility, blame, or credit for what they do in life. Whereas all you do is nurture your ambitions until they just take on a life of their own. You are a gardener, not the garden, and you can relax because your success will have its own dynamic. It's not you, and you are not it. You are the medium through which your success travels. And just where do those pathetic little self-sabotaging whispers come from? Is it from a person or people or even the media? What conditionings prompted them? Locate that source now in your mind and get a sense of that. And you can quite clearly communicate to those people or ideas or that person right now. And tell them thanks, but no thanks. Tell them that you no longer need their ideas or limitations. You have bigger fish to fry, politely and firmly. And notice how they seem to shrink in some way as you do so. And I heard about a man who went to see the great psychotherapist Milton Erickson. And that man had so many issues in his own mind with success and achievement, and he knew that. Unconscious, self-defeating strategies were holding him back. But he didn't say a word of this to Erickson. And somehow Erickson sensed what was going on and began to recount the story of an engineer who was terrified of elevators. And he had to work on massive construction projects like bridges and he discovered that he could stand tall on a platform, and no matter how high the platform was raised, he always had a sense that his feet were firmly on the ground. And you can do this too. No matter how high you rise, you'll stay firmly grounded. So now you can override any little attempts by that sour, negative little part to undermine your efforts. You're going to find that you can rise way above it, firmly grounded. And you know how in those old movies they show the passage of time very quickly, clock hands spinning, calendars flicking past. Things develop and improve. And just get the sense, starting now, of things starting to improve and develop very positively for you. Right now, like flickering into the future days and weeks and months, in just the way you'd really like and notice how you are loyal to the project and can stand aside from it and relax about it. Notice that future movement through time and development right now in your mind. That's good. And in a moment or so, you can just relax so deeply, being true in life to what really needs to be done. Okay, and now you can just start to drift back to the room, feeling very relaxed yet alert. Okay, and just open your eyes right now. Excellent. Now remember to relax to this session as often as you need and want to. You can also check out other related download sessions from hypnosisdownloads.com, such as Self-Motivation Booster, Improve Concentration and Focus, and Achieve Your Potential. My name is Mark Tyrrell of Uncommon Knowledge. Thank you for listening, and the best of luck to you.